Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Frankie, Kington, the wise entrepreneur, and my guest speaker today, my YouTube channel, is Bertrand, the Rogers World of Adventure. Rose, we're going to do a video talk today on how can you become happy? What makes you smile?
What makes me smile? What makes me happy? That's a very good question, actually, and then I'm sure that a lot of people would like to find the answer to this. What, how, and what makes me happy, and how can we be happy? Right, one thing, when I was working in France up to 1991, I was working in a...
That's what makes you happy, eh? That made you smile.
Yeah. Ping! I was working in a bank. I was working in the bank, and to be honest, it was great to have a job, because even in 1991, it's not, and before, it was not that easy to find a job. However, I worked there for 10 years, but it didn't really make me happy. Okay, and I know for a fact if I had carried on living in France, and I could have done up to now, and I know I would have had like 40 years in my career, a full pension, and the banking sector is very good for pension in France. I don't know now, but at the time it was very, very good, and I probably would have lived quite comfortably in my retirement age. Okay, which would have been maybe in 2 or 3 years time or something like that. Anyway. And yes, I could have my holidays, this and that and the other, but I was not really happy because I didn't feel fulfilled. So I decided to make a move. And at the time I was looking at different countries in the world where I could go to. And I was looking at Spain and the UK and speaking English countries and Spanish English countries. And I decided to come to the UK because I had a very English teacher at the time. So come on, let's just do it. And obviously I had to plan it. But I came into a job at the time, okay, and then I was working for Evans Machiayer in Lancaster. Okay, so I was doing a physical job, and I was surprised I could do that. But then I did it for 6 months and a week. 6 months and a week, and then I worked for them in Lancaster. They are still based in Lancaster. I think they still exist, yeah. And yes, it was a very interesting and difficult experience, but it was very good. It was very good, interesting. And then after that, I met my wife, Gwen, during this time. So then, rather than going back to France, then I stayed in the UK. So yeah, and then
and that made you happy and put a smile on your face, Gwen, did you?
Yeah, and then many people ask me, "What are you doing here? You come from a lovely country, France, where the weather is nicer, and here it's miserable. It's wet and windy, and then sunshine doesn't happen very often."
But your experience of that, Roger, does that affect your mood? Do you think the weather affects people's mood, affects people's attitude, people's characters?
Well, actually, I think it does, because to be honest, I think that's interesting you're saying that, because the doctor a while ago subscribed, he gave me some vitamin D tablets that we need because of the lack of sunshine, isn't it? So
yes, I have them as well.
Yeah, so he's given me some vitamin D or D3 or something. One of them, the tablets. So that's interesting. He did that. I didn't need that when I was over there. Okay, but the point is, I was in a job when I didn't feel happy. I was not content. There was a lot of bullying going on and that kind of thing. And I am a good friends though in there, to be honest, yeah. And but I didn't find the atmosphere very pleasant in the banking sector.
Right, so the people obviously wasn't happy in the banking sector.
Yeah, I was not happy.
No, any happy memories? No.
Pardon?
Any happy memories?
Oh yeah, I still have happy memories, because at the Crédit Mutuel in France, in different banks and stuff like that, or big companies, we have what we call I don't know what we call it now. It's like a group of people who get together within a company, and they organize trips every so often, holidays, and that kind of thing. And It's like a comité d'entreprise. It's called comité d'entreprise, and it's like a perk for employees, and it's a good perk, to be honest, because you can go on holidays for a much cheaper price, and all sorts of, and they're still doing it. All the people who are retired now, they're still doing it. The people,
Incredible.
yeah. So, and then because I got a friend who told me that, but he doesn't join them because he was like me. He was bullied when he was working there, so he doesn't fancy having the same colleague who bullied him during, and going on holiday with them. So I can understand that. But what I mean is, it's very good. Whether English companies do that here, I don't know. The big companies. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. But what I did like, though, about the French system, I must say, is that those perks was not just for the elite. It was for everyone. So that's, I think, is good. Yeah,
That's really good.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, that was for absolutely everyone. So even if you didn't finish your career on a high, and being the manager of 5 or 6 different branches, even if you stay all the same all your working career, you still had the opportunity to go on cheaper holidays and stuff like that. And they would organize as well a trip to the cinema, trip to some restaurants every so often. So I think it's good.
That's really good. That's really good.
So,
So, I mean, happiness comes from gratitude, doesn't it, Roger?
Yeah.
So it seems like when you come to the UK, you had a lot of gratitude for all the things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Work, settling down, meeting the people, getting on with people. So, gratitude comes from happiness, and we have to have a lot of gratitude to be happy. Would you agree with that, Rose, that gratitude comes from happiness?
Yeah, but even if you're not that happy, even if I was not that happy in the job I had, I was still grateful for, number one, having that job, and number two, when I think about it, being able to have those perks that are not just for the elite. So you can go on holiday, and I did. I think I used them a few times, yeah. So, and then we had another perk as well, so at the time. So whether they took that away now, I'm not too sure, because things do change. But at the time, like when we went to for our lunch, we had a meal that, let's say, would cost at the time in francs or in euros, let's say for 15 euros, then you will pay 7. So that was another perk. So all sorts of things. Wow. So that was good, yeah. And then the canteen was good as well. It was on the other side. So no, it was not at the bank itself. I remember we had to walk all about a mile away, no, maybe a bit less, along the Boulevard Foch, and it was at the end. I don't know if it's still there. I have no idea. And then no, I think that was good. So I think, yes, I think French people should be grateful for the perks they get, because they do get perks, yeah. So, but saying that, I didn't necessarily want to spend the rest of my life there, because I felt I could do something a bit different. I felt I could something.
Yeah, you could achieve a lot more happiness. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a lot more happiness. Work, grow, and work, and the happiness, and grow that happiness. You become a lot more fulfilled in your life.
Yeah, and then
smile, Rosa.
So
is it so hard to smile?
Yeah, and then
smiling now.
And then some people are still miserable, even though they got all those perks and stuff, and then and that kind of thing. Well, some are still are happy because yes, I wouldn't I would have had a comfortable pension. I wouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah. Anyway,
money, finance, money in there.
Yeah. So anyway, so I
money.
Pardon?
Is a root of why people are not happy.
Yeah, a lot, because
why people don't smile, why people don't.
Because
it doesn't cost anything to be happy, does it? It doesn't cost anything to smile.
No, it doesn't.
And to greet people with a smile. It breaks the ice. It makes people feel comfortable. It makes people feel relaxed. It makes people feel like somebody's saying hello to me. He appreciates me. He's looking at me. He finds maybe something attractive in me, or something what I've attracted to that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you always say as well, smile in the face of adversity. How many times do you smile in the face of adversity? I know sometimes I laugh when things go wrong. I'm having a bad day and things keep going wrong.
Yeah.
And you just laugh because you think, if I don't laugh or smile, the only thing I'm going to do is cry.
Oh, yes. I mean, yeah,
The world will start with you, Roger. Cry and you will cry alone.
Yeah.
Have you heard that phrase?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Say that again, cry and you will cry alone.
Smile and the world will smile with you.
Yeah.
Cry and you'll cry alone.
I think you're right there, because most people are not going to feel sorry for you. Okay, and then the other thing as well that's interesting, when I first came in 1991, I did teach in colleges and prisons and things like that. I did really enjoy doing that, but a lot of people said to me, "What are you doing here in this country? It's wet, it's windy, it's miserable. Why did you leave sunny France and a beautiful country and things like that?" It's probably because I wanted to do something different. I wanted to try something new. And I know for a fact, if I had not tried, because I could have said, no, okay, I'm not going to take the risk. I know for a fact that in 40 years' time, I'm going to have a good pension and things like that. And even if I did lose my job after 30 years, I still would have had a good pension. So I was kind of secure. But I wasn't very happy in the environment where I was working.
So, Roger, yeah, your website, sorry, your YouTube channel, or we can call it a website, or your YouTube channel,
Yes.
is Roger's World and Adventures.
Yeah,
so
an adventure.
Life alone is an adventure, and it can be a happy adventure where you're smiling all the time. But that's what life should be about, something. It should be an adventure which makes you happy and keeps you smiling. Yeah.
That's right. So life should be well.
So you see your YouTube title, you suit that, Roger, you suit that image, that character, and that's expressed a lot by the fact that you speak French, so people know that you're from different country, you know. So
yeah, and then at the moment,
life is an adventure, isn't it? Either life's an adventure or a happy one, or it's a dull and gloomy world.
Yeah, so we must try to make it as happy as possible, you know. And I think sometimes it's so important to try something new. I mean, some people were quite surprised or even stunned. Sometimes I was here in this country, you know, why don't you go back to sunny France? And they were, no, they were not sarcastic or anything like that. They were just genuine when they were saying. And then, you know, it's like, even some of them thought, you know, it's worse than a sentence when you commit an offense or something. Yeah. And then, but I think it's important to try something new. Okay. Because if you don't, you're probably going to regret it for the rest of your life.
And we don't want regrets, do we? Because if we have regrets, Roger, it doesn't make us smile. And the fact it doesn't make us smile, it certainly doesn't bring us happiness.
Okay, but you know what? That's giving me the opportunity to mention this book as well. We just mentioned about regret. And let me show you to the viewers here.
And what does that say, Roger?
And it does say The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying by Bronnie Ware.
The 4 or 5 regrets of dying.
Yeah, the top 5 regrets of the dying. So what she means by that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there are quite a lot. Bronnie Ware, and then I've read that book quite a long time ago, and I think I might just read it again. But what she was saying, for example, I take a chapter, regret number 4. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. So that's one of the regrets, one of the top regrets so people have. Okay, and because, and sometimes, I mean, some people have managed to, I remember, because it's such a powerful book, I remember we're talking about happiness. I wish I had left myself be happier. I wish I had left myself be happier. That's regret number 5. And then one of the top regrets as well is like about, some of them have managed to actually reconcile with some members of the family, because during their lifetime they fell out with members of the family, and then they managed to reconcile before it was too late. So that was fantastic. I remember a passage or two when finally the bridge was built. Yeah, and then I can give an personal experience with that. When she passed away in February. Okay, and then there was a lot, or there was a lot of rift in the family, quite a lot of divisions. But I am not going to concentrate on the divisions. One of the things she wanted to achieve, because she knew, I think, the last 3 days of her life, she knew she was going to pass away. She wanted the two brothers to get on, and now the two brothers are getting home. And not only that, I see Jason every day. No, well, not every day, but every couple of days, and we speak very often. Even my dad, even though he is in France, he realized that. And so what's happening now, what's happening now, we are a lot more in touch. And then obviously COVID permitted, if I can put it that way, we'll spend Christmas together. And, and that's what Gwen would have liked to happen. And it kind of happened at the hospital because her brother were there. Sorry, her two sons were there, and they starting to get on better and better. Yeah. So they're not at loggerheads anymore, and that's what Gwen wanted. Okay. So we have achieved that. I think it's great. So
I think what we have to remember as well, Roger, it's very hard to die happy.
Yeah. So, but it's still.
How do you? I mean, it's very hard to live a happy life. Yeah. So how would you explain to anybody how to die happy? How do we do that?
How do we do that?
How do we die with a smile? Can we die with a smile on our face?
Yeah, I think we can do.
It's very hard to be happy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard to be happy, but I think what we need to do is to, I think that could be the topic for a full video, but in short, I would say that I think if you try something new, in your life, it doesn't matter what, just try something new. And then that way, when it comes to the last hour of your life or the last 2 days of your life or that kind of thing, for a fact you've tried. Okay, I know for a fact personally, if I had not moved, whether it's be the UK or Spain or another country, if I had not taken the plunge, yes, I would have had a comfortable pension, as I mentioned earlier, but would I have died happy? Well, yes and no. Yes, because I would have been comfortable, so I would have been happy. I know I wouldn't have had to have too many worries and stuff like that, so I would have been comfortable. But, however, the other side of me would have been frustrated because I wouldn't have tried something new.
Very important, Roger. Very important. I say as well, Roger, smile in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Because when you do that, the hiccups, the hurdles, the obstacles, the challenges, you'll be able to handle them a lot more calm and composed. Because obviously we do spiritual meditation, so the more calmer we handle challenges, obstacles and difficulties, the more happier we become. So I always say, it's like surfing, learning how to surf. If you don't surf over the waves, you fall in the sea, don't you? You drown.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to surf and ride the waves to happiness.
Yeah, and
does that make sense, Roger?
It does.
Yeah.
And then one of the chapters I've just opened from the same book, the top 5 regrets of the dying, and it's a very inspiring book. And she said the author says happiness is now. Okay, it's not something like in the future or I will
living in the moment.
We live in the moment because a lot of people like say, "Oh, I will be happy when I change house. I will be happy when I change car. I will be happy when I divorce. I will be happy when
I have all this money.
Yeah, when
I will be happy when.
Yeah, and then
That's not happiness. That's just chasing after illusions, isn't it, Roger?
Yeah. So
chasing after something that's not there.
I think happiness can also be a decision. It can be a decision.
A choice.
A choice, but also a decision. You can decide to be miserable every day. You can go down to the shop, and then let's say you go down to the post office and there is 7 people in front of you, and then you can more and more, and all the rest of it. That doesn't make you happy. Let's just be happy for having the post office down the road and just being there for you.
Happy you can walk there and get to it.
And
a lot of people
walk there. No, absolutely. So just little things like that. But you know what? This kind of discussion could be definitely the topic of another video. So what I would say is what makes us happy. I think, in my opinion, you choose to be happy. It's a choice. It's a decision. And try something new. Do not regret it. Okay?
And as well, Roger, it's always saying being happy, but sometimes is it about doing the things that make us happy?
Well, I mean, that again, that could be another chapter. But what I'm trying to say is that, for example, I wanted to try something new when I left France for the UK. Okay, and as I said earlier, it could have been Spain, it could have been Germany. It could have been Spain, it could have been Germany, it could have been Belgium, it could have been Portugal, any countries. And obviously people are going to guess probably why the UK. Well, first of all, it's across the pond from France, and also English is obviously the business language, so it made sense. However, Spanish is one of the widest spoken language in the world, and French is not too far behind. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, just trust yourself and try something new. And something new is so different from people to people. Yeah. For some people, it might just try a different sport. For some people, it might just try, I don't know, something else. Maybe spend Christmas in Alaska. Never been done. It could be something silly. It could be like jumping from a bridge in water or something. You know, try something new. But I'm not going to encourage anybody to break their neck. You know, and stuff like that.
Just be happy.
Yeah. So just try something new. That's what I would say.
I like that, Roger. So I'm going to leave people with one last thought. Yeah. Happiness and smiling is contagious. When you develop that to happy and smile, it's the best medicine for your life. People will always be attracted to a person who's happy and smiling. Yeah, they have a radiance, they have a glow about them, they have the presence about them, which is appealing to the people. So the choice is, do you want to be miserable or do you want to be happy and smiling? When you're happy and smiling, like I said before, the world will smile with you. And life becomes an adventure, Roger, like your life and like my life. To dare to try new things and reach new horizons. Would you agree with that, Roger?
Yes, and guys, you could finish on that, Frankie, if you want.
We'll finish on that.
Yeah, and the choice is yours. And hopefully you choose to be happy.
Yes. So, Roger, thanks for the talk, my dear friend. Yeah, great having you on my video on YouTube channel. Roger, you know, has a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, what you're watching today. I have a Memby channel as well, where I do a lot of advertising with social media and have a lot of skills, techniques, what I can teach you for you to become a better person, to have that happy, smiling face. So please register on our YouTube channels. Leave us a comment if you like this YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, Roger. Once again, for your great input on this channel. And I look forward to speaking to you soon, guys. Warmest wishes, take care, and look after yourselves. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.